Hi there, I'm Lisa Taylor, and this is Ideas on Truth. The other night we were talking about the fact that there is no death, and I shared an experience that I had. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and look at that video, because this one's kind of a follow-up on that one. So this book that I quote a lot, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, Mrs. Eddy talks in there about the human mind, that what the human mind terms matter and spirit indicates states and stages of consciousness. And when we believe that life is in matter, when we have a very strong, firm belief that life is in matter, then we are going to experience all the limitations that come from that, including the idea, the belief of birth and death. So if we are, say we have two individuals looking at the same scene, and we have one person seeing death, and we have another person seeing the belief of death. What's the difference? The indication that there is one person looking at a material form where life is in matter and has now ended and gone out of matter, and one person looking at spirit and seeing that the illusion of life in matter is there and is present, but seeing beyond that illusion and knowing the truth, which is that life is spirit and that life cannot be in and of matter, therefore it cannot die out of matter. You have two different states and stages of consciousness. One is materially based, one is spiritually based. So my question is, how can we cultivate the advance through these states and stages of consciousness? What is it that we can do to see through more spiritual eyes, to see with spiritual sense? How do we cultivate our spiritual sense? As you know, many of you who have watched this program, I am definitely a proponent of having a regular practice, whatever that is for you, whatever works for your way of thinking and way of practicing, but to have a regular practice every day that gets you, moves you in the direction of cultivating your spiritual sense. For me, it is getting up early, going for a run. During that run, I listen to a spiritual radio program so that I know that as soon as I get out of bed, I'm immediately putting on my running stuff and getting out the door. And I know that I'm heading in the direction of something spiritual. And taking a physical action, taking a step in the human realm towards something, it is a way of expressing discipline. It is a way of expressing qualities that have a higher spiritual sense in them. So I encourage you to find whatever practice that is for you. When I'm done running, I come back and I have a time of meditation and prayer, and I read spiritual text and study a Bible lesson that I study every day. And I just encourage you to find whatever speaks to your heart that helps you exercise that muscle of spiritual sense, because the more we exercise that muscle, the stronger it gets, and the more we can, as it says in the quote that I put up for this video, we will raise our consciousness through those states and stages of consciousness to a higher, more spiritual level. And that's what we need to be free from the limits of believing that life is in matter. So we don't want to believe that. We want to break free from that belief and start really believing, understanding rather, in the spiritual laws that govern the universe that set us free from those material quote-unquote laws, which aren't really laws at all. They're just stubborn beliefs that a lot of people believe in. And this illusion supports, but it's an illusion. So that is my short note tonight. I love you guys. Share this out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this with people who might be interested. And I hope to see you back again another time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.